overnight, Capitol Hill put up a big closed for business sign. I'm sure when you woke up this morning, you had a lot of questions about how this is going to impact your daily life. Like, what about my mom's Medicaid? Will my 401k be affected? Maybe you asked, why do I even need to care? So we decided to phone some friends around NBC News and get some of these questions answered for you.
I'm a little less worried about Wall Street because Wall Street stock market prices reflect corporate profits, and companies are still doing fine here. Where I think you'll see the real effect is on Main Street. You have an affordability crisis, really, in the United States right now. There's pressure on the family budget, and we're talking about potentially up to 750,000 federal workers furloughed. So those people will not be paid.
If you live in D.C. and you're hoping to get legally married, you're going to have to wait for the government to reopen. The issuing of marriage license and performing of marriage ceremonies by D.C. Superior Court staff is going to stop during the lapse in funding.
Okay, so when it comes to the national parks, basically, most of the open air sites are going to remain open. So things like roads, trails, lookouts, parks, those will be accessible still to people. But anything that requires staffing and has kind of an indoor element, so think about visitor centers or something like the Washington Monument, those are going to be closed according to the Department of Interior contingency plan. And that is because they won't have the necessary staffing, since more than 60% of the National Park Service staff is going to be furloughed.
So for the most part, Medicare and Medicaid services will not be impacted. Claims will be processed and paid, but some telehealth services for seniors could be shuttered temporarily. I'm talking about the federally funded hospital at home programs. If those folks now need to go into the hospital to get that care, we could start seeing, once again, an overcrowding, especially in hospital ERs. Now, another thing I'm keeping close eye on are federally qualified health centers. These are community health centers who rely on the federal government to stay in business. More than 50 million people nationwide use these lower cost health services. Officials say those centers are safe for now, no immediate impact or pause on care, but there's a lot of behind the scenes work that will be impacted. Folks at the CDC, for example, may not be able to do disease surveillance, as it's called, really watching for flu, COVID, or spread of any other virus that could be going around.